Tyrese Maxey has been absolutely incredible to start the 2023 NBA playoffs. Through 3 games, he's averaging 23.7 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, and 2 assists per game on 54.2, 53.8, 71.4 shooting splits. That 53.8% from 3 is on 8.7 attempts per game, and he has a 69.5 true shooting percentage. While this may only be 3 games against a Nets team that the Sixers are clearly better than, Maxey has shown more than enough over the past 2 seasons to suggest that he's well on his way to stardom. If you've been following the channel for a while now, you know my story with Tyrese Maxey. During the 2020 NBA draft process, I maintained that Maxey was the 4th best prospect in that class, and I was absolutely stunned that he fell outside the top 10, let alone the top 20. But Maxey has proven over time that he was well worth a top 4 to 5 pick, especially over the past 2 seasons. He's shown to be productive and efficient as a contributor in both the regular season and playoffs over the last 2 seasons, and he's making a lot of teams that passed on him regret it. A lot. Tyrese Maxey brings his most value, in my opinion, in the versatility of his scoring, specifically in terms of the fact that he can play both on and off the ball. Maxey saw 45.1% from the field on 3.5 catch and shoot attempts per game, as well as 41.7% from the field on 5.6 pull-up attempts per game. The on-off ball scoring versatility shows itself most in his 3-point shooting, where I believe that Maxey is already one of the best in the league. He's up 43.4% from 3 on 6.2 attempts per game this season. Last season, he's up 42.7% from 3 on 4.1 attempts per game. That to me is a sign of linear progression as a shooter, and on tape I'm very impressed by the versatility in his 3-point shooting. He can catch and shoot, he can pull up, create off the dribble, he has a really effective step back move, he's good off movement and off a standstill, he has deep shooting range, he's just a complete 3-point shooter who really doesn't have a flaw in this area. And something else that really impressed me is that he doesn't have an area where he struggles from 3, and he seems to be relatively efficient at the very least in all areas of the court in terms of 3-point shooting, whether it be top of the key, corner, wing, left, right, whatever. He is efficient for the most part in all of those areas, and it's not like he struggles to shoot from 3 in specific areas of the court. Maxey is a name that should be brought up among the best 3-point shooters in the league, in my opinion. I think he's already one of the 10 best in this category, and I think he might be closer to 5. This is someone that is extremely effective both on and off the ball. He has deep shooting range, he's really efficient, he has good volume, and given his skill set and the progression trends and his volume and efficiency, it wouldn't shock me if he ends up being like the best non-Steph Curry 3-point shooter in the NBA in a few years, because again, as long as Curry's in the league, nobody's going to be a better shooter than him, but maybe number 2, 3, or 4, that's not out of the cards for Maxey. However, Maxey is a lot more than just a 3-point shooter, even if he is incredible as a 3-point shooter. He's really effective as a slasher, in my opinion. If you want to talk about the fastest players in the NBA, with and without the basketball in their hands, Maxey is up there in both of those categories. He has a really quick first step. He has blazing open floor speed. He has really good body control and flexibility. And when you combine that with a functional handle, you get a dangerous slasher, and someone that can be effective in both half-court and transition settings. Maxey, in my opinion, has the best floater in the NBA. He has incredible shooting touch, and the range on his floater is ridiculous. It extends to almost the free throw line, and to have range to take floaters from just within the free throw line is something that takes absurd shooting touch, which he has. In terms of finishing, Maxey is most effective at the basket when he attacks closeouts, which he does a really good job of. His ability to attack closeouts also speaks to how respected of a shooter he is at this point in his career. He's reached a level where he can use his 3-point shooting to leverage driving opportunities on closeouts. Now, I wouldn't say that Maxey is a dominant guard slasher, dominant guard finisher in the paint. I wouldn't put him in the John Moran, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Donovan Mitchell category of finishing at the basket or finishing in the paint. But Maxey is a really good finisher in the paint, and in my opinion, it's more than good enough to say that he isn't a one-dimensional scorer, especially when you combine his elite three-point shooting with his really good ability to finish within the paint and at the basket. I would also say that Maxey is a solid passer as well. I wouldn't say he's ever going to be a big-time playmaker like Halliburton, LaMelo, or Trae Young, but he is solid. Solid vision, he makes good reads, he's decently accurate, he does understand his scoring gravity to leverage passing opportunities, he plays well within the flow of the offense. I never get the sense on tape that he has tunnel vision. Maybe he does take a jump in responsibility in the future, but as of right now, I do think with Harden on the roster, who's one of the better playmakers in the league, Maxey won't be asked to do too much as a passer. But at the same time, I also think that Maxey is a good enough passer to the point I wouldn't call him a one-dimensional offensive player. The same way I believe that his finishing ability and paint scoring and floater game makes him more than just a one-dimensional three-point shooting scorer. When you combine his ability as a passer and more of a connecting role to what he does as a scorer, you do get a pretty complete offensive player. Tyrese Maxey is a player who, at that combo guard spot, really is everything you want. I truly don't think it's a hot take to say he's one of the most complete offensive players in the league. He is an incredible shooter. He's a good finisher, he's a solid passer, he plays well both on and off the ball, he fits well with stars as a secondary option, he can also play with second units as the primary option. At just 22 years old, Maxey has done nothing but get better in his NBA career. He's taken a jump every season. If a player produces well in the regular season and then they elevate their play in the postseason, especially at a super young age, while also being really productive, that's a sign of a star. Maxey may not be the best at one specific category, but he's really good at almost all the offensive categories you look for in guards. He produces well on a winning team, he's efficient, and he shows all the signs I saw in high school and even at Kentucky that made me believe in him as a top 4 player in the 2020 draft. Maxey might have been an all-star this season had he not missed time with injury. When you look at how good the Sixers were, when you look at his numbers, really the only thing missing was the fact that he missed time with injuries, specifically during the All-Star selection process. On top of that, I think how good Maxey is as a player speaks to how talented he is. Because I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't think the Sixers really have played a major role in his development. I don't think it was a case of Maxey learning behind the scenes his rookie year while not getting much play time. I just think Doc Rivers is an idiot that didn't want him to play that much as a rookie because he was a rookie. Because he was good in the 8 games as a rookie when he started. He averaged almost 19 points per game on a good efficiency in those 8 games he started as a rookie. He averaged almost 15 points per game on solid efficiency in 19 games. He got at least 20 minutes as a rookie. And he averaged 15 minutes per game as a rookie, even though he proved when he got opportunity, he was pretty good, especially for a one-and-done rookie. But Doc just didn't want to play him for a reason I probably will never understand. I truly think if Maxey went top 5, like he should have, even without hindsight, or Doc Rivers just played him because he's a good player, Maxey might have had a real chance at Rookie of the Year. However, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter, because he's proven in year 2 and year 3 he's well on his way to stardom. He's one of the most complete scorers in the NBA, he's efficient, he's productive, he's proven he impacts winning basketball, he's also proven that he plays his best when the lights get brightest, and that's always a very encouraging sign, especially in young players that score the basketball the way Maxey does. And that's what you want to see in a cornerstone guard which Maxey is. But that's the end of this video. If you made it to this point, thank you so much. Again, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, hit notification bell, notified whenever I release a video. I'm making videos about basketball all the time, so if that's something that interests you, I really think you enjoy this channel, and liking and subscribing are the two best ways you can help me out. Helps you out in the YouTube algorithm, helps more people find my videos, so in turn I can make more content for you guys consistently in the future. Let me know what you think about Tyrese Maxey in the comment section below. Also, make sure you go check out my basketball video essay channel. I have something new coming out in the next few days over there. Just more quick videos that are more laid back. I show more personality, but still talk about basketball. If that interests you, really think you'd enjoy that. So, link to our channel in the description below and the pinned comment. But with that being said, have a nice day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.